But you guys know the drill. We're going to get started with some wins here. Who's got win number one?
I have a win.
Let's do it, John.
Monday I just started the modules, signing your first 5 to 10 clients, and I signed my first client on Monday.
Let's
So
go.
I'm pretty pumped about that. I've been scrambling though, trying to get all the logistical stuff, the payments and all that and everything. But from you I learned just dive in. You're gonna get overwhelmed anyways. You might as well make some money. So I signed him up for 3 months. So
Nice,
I'm
man.
pretty pumped.
I was just going to say, I'd rather you be scrambling and have clients than scrambling with no clients. So
Yeah.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
How'd it feel? Felt good?
Yes, it rocked. I was so pumped.
I remember closing my first. That will be a moment you never forget. I think I tell the story in the modules, but I was like literally
Yeah.
punching the roof of my car.
Yeah, I remember that story that you told. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great moment, man. All right, let's get win number two. Who's got win number two today? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm gonna call on somebody. Who am I calling on today?
Hey, I got to win.
There we go, Zach. Let's go,
I'm
bro.
at the gym. I'm still listening, but hey, I also signed my first client this week from a referral of a friend.
Come on, brother. Let's go. And what are
It
you,
was a
a
it was an
weekend?
awesome feeling. Yeah, this is the second week. I took a lot of the pointers from your first 5 to 10 clients when objections and stuff like that from some of the modules, and I basically just walked him through it. He felt good, and he signed up for a 3 month plan. Before I even made my what's it called? I didn't do my intro post yet. I'm gonna have that for next week, but that just was definitely a huge confidence boost.
That's amazing, brother. First of many. First of many. Congratulations, Zach.
Definitely. Thank you.
Hell yeah. All right, let's get that last win. Who's got my third and final win today?
I'll go.
Who's that?
Wait.
Yes, let's do it.
I just started working with a very novice beginner weight lifting client. And she also has a few injuries to take care of. But our first meeting afterwards, she texted me and she was like, this is very affirming. And I feel like it was just a great connection. And I already start feeling the healing process beginning. So that was amazing to hear.
Yeah, man, I don't hear it enough, but I love hearing y'all's client wins. Thank you for sharing that, Malin, because I literally don't hear that enough from you guys. I hear all the assign this client, assign that client, but it is nice to hear the impact that you guys are making as well. So congratulations on that. That's awesome. And you're doing it in Hawaii.
Yeah.
All right, gang. We're gonna go ahead and dive on in. So, oh, we got somebody late joining. Bear with me. All right, we got 3 simple truths, and then we're going to get into our marketing training today. Let me go ahead and share the doc in the chat so you guys can follow along. Also, you get to keep this as a resource, of course, as well. Boom. All right, so I had this conversation with my sales team actually on Monday, and I was like, man, I got to have this conversation with you guys as well. So this will be quick, but it will be fire. This is going to be 3 simple truths. You guys have heard me talk about this a lot on this call. Usually, if this is your first time joining my Wednesday 4 p.m. call, usually this is our sales and leadership call. So specifically, I'm either breaking down a sales conversation, so a DM conversation, or I'm breaking down a sales call, or I'm covering some sort of sales training, or we're talking about some sort of personal development or leadership as well. One quick side note, and then we'll get into the presentation for today. You guys seem to forget, but you guys can actually submit your DM conversations to me to get them reviewed on this call. In addition to that, you guys can also record your sales calls and send those to me to get those reviewed on this call. So you're probably like, oh crap, I didn't know that Chad can actually review my stuff. Yes, I can. So here's how you actually go about submitting that. If you want to submit a DM conversation for me to review on this call, you take a screenshot, make sure it looks good, take screenshots of the conversation, send it to me in order, so in sequential order. I will bring it to the call and I will break it down in front of the class, and we'll give you a review on your DM conversation. Now, if you want to have a sales call reviewed by me, same thing. Make sure you record your call on Zoom. All right, take the file, upload it to Google Drive, or you can upload it to YouTube. If you upload it to YouTube, just make sure you upload it as a unlisted file. This way it's not blasted to the public and only the person who has the link can actually see it, because we don't want to be exposing our potential clients' information there. And then all you have to do, whether it's a Google Drive or a YouTube link, send that to me on WhatsApp as well. And then I'll bring it to the call and we'll do a little game film. We'll do a little call review. All right. Let's break it down, baby. So 3 simple truths. All right. All of this is going to come back to you as an entrepreneur. All of this is going to come back to you also as an individual who is now a salesperson. Every single person on this call is a salesperson. Every single person on this call is also a leader, which is just another word for salesperson. All right. Number 1, you are only as good as your standards. All right, this is the biggest thing in sales. Conviction, at the end of the day, your own personal belief is going to be the thing that drives sales. All right, a lot of times there's this big misconception where we think, oh man, I need to have the perfect script. I need to have the perfect word traps. I need to have the perfect objection handling. I need to have the perfect presentation. Fuck, even sometimes, excuse my language, I swear if you don't know that. But even sometimes you need to have the perfect program is a misconception that I hear. All those things are fine and dandy. All those things are going to help you close more deals, but nothing is going to help you close more deals than having extremely high personal standards. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question right now. Where are you lying to yourself? All right, where are you making false promises to yourself? Because look, guys, it all fucking matters. It all fucking matters. Your nutrition matters. And you guys are fitness coaches, so I probably am preaching to the choir here, but your nutrition matters. Your fitness matters, being consistent inside of the gym. Your relationships matter, right? Your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your parents, your relationship with your friends, all that shit matters. If you're missing details with your wife or your husband or your friends or your significant other, if you're missing details in those relationships, you best damn be sure it's going to show up in your sales calls. All right, we have an individual on our sales team. I'm not going to share names, but he was going through some relationship struggles, and him and I got on a one-to-one call and we talked through it. We created a personal development routine. The guy's on freaking fire. All right, his sales were down. He's been with me for multiple years, and he was asking me like, Chad, I don't get it. I don't get, why am I in this slump, man? Why am I in this slump? And and the first question I asked him, as I said, hey, like, what does your personal life look like right now? Having some issues with the wife. Okay, cool. You know, are you focused on you? Are you pouring into you? No, not at all. I'm really just stressed out about my relationship right now. All right, we come up with a little routine. We come up with a game plan. We fix the situation with the wife. Guy's having the best 2 weeks in sales that I've ever seen in his past 2 years of being inside of the company. All right, it all fucking matters. Every single area. There's a video inside of the course where I talk about your 4 buckets. How are you doing right now with your 4 buckets? Where are you not actually giving attention where you need to be giving attention? All right, and it all comes back to that question, where are we making false promises to ourselves? Myself, I checked myself. You guys see it on Instagram. I was like, fuck, man. I'm not in my peak physical condition, right? I was more jacked in 2020 than I am right now. I was more lean in 2020 than I am right now. I was more focused on my fitness in 2020 than I am right now. I got to hold myself to a fucking standard. So I called myself out on that lie. I said, screw this. I'm no longer going to be in the 230s. I got to get down to 220, call myself on my bullshit. And now I'm showing up every single day and I'm posting that on Instagram to hold myself accountable. But that's what it takes. If you want to be great at sales, you've got to constantly check yourself. You've got to constantly ask yourself, where am I not holding the standard, and raise that standard continuously. All right, point number 2 here. You can't out earn your standards. All right, that's the other thing with standards here too. You cannot out earn your standards. All right. So if your standards are low, you're not going to be able to out earn that, right? You got to the degree that we raise our standards is also going to be the degree that we are bringing in money for our business. Now, it's not all about money, but hey, money is nice, right? Money allows you guys to do a lot of things. It is more so about impact and even more so about the person that you're becoming. But at the end of the day, we want to make money too, right? So you can't out earn your standards. If your standards are low, your income is probably low. All right, we got to raise our standards. We got to raise the bar. All right, last point here with this one. The more you personally develop, the more you are going to make. All right, this is something I've been doing for a very long time in terms of personal development. And I got to owe a lot of my success at a young age to being somebody that is hyper focused on personal development. But you guys know my story. I had a big wake up call in 2023, right? My business skyrocketed from 2015 to 2022. I was on a business rampage. In 2023, my business hit a wall. It dipped a little bit. I went through a really tough time in business. And when I checked myself, it's because I fell off my personal development routine. All right, this is the foundation, right? This is the foundation. This is the building blocks of being a good entrepreneur. And if you don't have that down pat, it is going to affect everything. I promise you that. All right, so remember this. If you're writing notes right now, remember this. The more you personally develop, the more you are going to make. All right, so that's simple truth number one. You are only as good as your standards. Simple truth number two. Your program, right? Your fitness program is way underpriced, right? People are ripping you off. All right. Get that mindset perspective into your brain. People are fucking ripping you guys off. All right. Check this out for a second. People spend 100% of their life in their physical body. All right. People spend every waking moment that they are on this earth in their current physical body. Don't you think they deserve to enjoy that? Right? Like take a second for like, seriously, let's think about that. Don't you think they deserve to enjoy that? Abso-fucking-lutely they do, right? Don't you think that $1,000 to $3,000 is worth 100% of their life? Yes. And Chad, why are you telling me this truth right now? The reason I'm telling you guys this truth right now is because you don't believe it. Right? You don't believe it, right? You think you're overpriced. You're worried about your price. You're cutting your prices. You're negotiating with people on sales call on price, on price, on price, on price. That just tells me that you don't believe that your program is worth at least $1,000 to $3,000. The person you're talking to on the other side of that Zoom, they are in their physical body 100% of the time. They are completely unhappy with their physical body and their physical state. They want to make a change. They only have that one body for the rest of their life. You best damn be sure that $1,000 to $3,000 is worth the investment, because this is their life that we're talking about. This is their health and fitness that we're talking about here. And if you don't believe it, they're not going to believe it. You guys got to believe that people are ripping you off, right? Your programs are way, way, way underpriced. And if you don't believe that, it's not going to be translated on the call as well. All right, my last simple truth for you guys, and then we're going to get into the hooks training here. The most convicted person on your sales call is going to win. All right. This is the analogy that I always share with my sales team. All right. And some of you guys may relate especially if you're parents. All right. I call this the lollipop analogy. So in a candy store, you got a mom and a dad, and you got the kid. All right. The kid really wants the lollipop. The parents don't really want the kid to have the lollipop. All right. Whoever is most convicted in their stance is going to win. So what does the kid start doing? The kids start screaming, making a big fuss about it, right? They're crying. They're making a huge scene. Now the parents start feeling embarrassed, but the parents also don't want this kid to have the lollipop, right? So now the parents are trying to hold the kid accountable, but the kid is screaming. But once again, whoever is more convicted in their stance is going to win. The same thing is true in sales. All right. Either you are more convicted that they need this service, or they are more convicted in whatever objection or excuse they have, whether it's too much money. Now is not the right time. I got to talk to my spouse. Whoever's the most convicted in their stance, whoever is the most convicted in their belief, you thinking that they need your program or them thinking that now isn't the right time, they are going to win. So every single time that we don't close a deal, it's because we were not the most convicted person on the call. They were more convicted than you. All right. So the third and final simple truth for today is the most convicted person is always going to win the sale. How do we raise our conviction? I didn't plan on talking about this, but I'll give you guys this really quickly as well. I've talked about this with you guys before, at least some of you. But how do we raise our conviction? Well, there's really two ways that we raise our conviction. The first one is personal development, tying in point number one and point number two, right? Every single day, if you're banging your personal development, you're consistent with your workouts, you're consistent with your diet, you're consistent with your rest, you're consistent with your reading, whatever it is that you do to focus on your personal development. If you're consistent with that routine, man, your personal belief is going to go through the roof. And if your personal belief is through the roof, guess what? Your conviction is through the roof as well, especially with people who are selling fitness. Are you modeling the mission? Right? Are you modeling the mission? If the answer is no, how can we possibly show up on a call and be convicted enough to actually sell our service if we're not modeling the mission ourselves? All right, so be the most convicted person in the room by holding your personal standard, tying in point number one. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. We're going to go ahead and dive on into our hooks training. All right, so I'm going to do a very quick teaching. And then, like I said, we're going to shift into workshop mode and we're actually going to build out some hooks together. All right, so we're shifting from sales to marketing now. So take our sales hats off, put our marketing caps on. All right, point number one, the most important part of your content is going to be the hook. Chad, what the hell is a hook? All right, the hook is what is said and what is done in the first 5 seconds of the video. What is said and what is done in the first 5 seconds of the video. All right, what is done? I'll make sense of that here more in a second. All right, now there's a couple other things that are extremely important when it comes to hooks. So the first one is what you are actually saying. All right, so the words that you are saying. And when we get to actually the point of creating your hooks, that will make a lot more sense. So let's park that for a second. All right, let's talk more about what is done. All right, so this is one that's not commonly talked about when it comes to hooks. All right, the actual thing that is done in the first 5 seconds. So I got a couple of examples for you. All right, so what is done is also called a pattern interrupt. All right, so a pattern interrupt, that's a pattern interrupt. I just got everybody to go, what the hell? Why did Chad just do that? It's a thing that shocks you. It's a thing that makes you go, oh shit, I got to stop and look at this. All right, I'm going to show you some examples of pattern interrupts.
What's your email?
There you go. All right, well, how long was that? That was 3 freaking seconds. All right, this donkey's flipping over. Hermosi comes out of a truck.
What's your...
And people are like, what the hell is going on? I got to watch this video. All right, let's get you another example here. Who's that guy?
Coaches, the biggest mistakes I see you guys make on sales calls is...
All right, what am I doing? I'm lighting a fake $100 bill on fire.
Biggest mistakes I see you guys make on sales calls is...
And that's a pattern interrupt, right? That makes people want to stop and go, what the hell is this guy doing? Why is he lighting $100 on fire? All right, let's give you another example here.
Are you trying to become a full...
All right, so this lady's screaming, she's falling in a pit of mud, and then after 3 seconds, it switches over to me.
Are you trying to become a full...
That's a pattern interrupt. All right. Now, other pattern interrupts. Clapping is a very common one, right? When you start the video, you clap, you snap, you do something with your hands, right? You do something with your body, right? Any sort of action or motion that catches people's attention is a pattern interrupt. All right, I'll give you some other examples. So I had a business coach once. His name was it's Cole Gordon, not Cole Gordon. But he has a very famous ad that has made him, this one singular ad has made him 8 figures in sales, which is absolutely crazy. And the hook is basically that he has these 3 secrets to making X amount of money on this one little note card. And what he does in the video is he says some version of what I just said, and then dangles the note card in front of the screen. All right, actually having the physical note card is a pattern interrupt, right? It makes people stop and go, huh, what the hell is on that note card, as he's verbally saying the hook, right? So he married what he said with what is done, right? So what is being done in the video, waving the note card, is married with what he said. So there is no limitation on creativity here with pattern interrupts, right? I just scratched the surface by showing you a couple of examples of what people do. But there are lots of people who don't even take outside clips like I showed you with my video and Hermosi's video, and they just do something in the first couple of seconds as they are saying something. All right, so that's a pattern interrupt. All right, so coming back to what we're talking about hooks. Hooks are what is said verbally, but also what is done in the first 5 seconds. What is done? It is a pattern interrupt like we just talked about. All right. This is a little bonus I'm going to give you guys, and then we'll go into the hook creation. So the bonus that I'm going to give you is called a video pacifier. All right. So you guys should be doing this inside of your content. So a video pacifier, it's exactly how it sounds. It's soothing the consumer so they actually pay attention longer than they normally would. So usually this is somebody doing something in the background or doing something as they are speaking that holds the viewer's attention as the person is talking. Examples are always better, Chad. Let's show them an example. All right, so I got a couple of video pacifier examples for you. This is number 1.
Yeah, so I actually get this question.
All right, so I'm actually going to use this example to show you 2 things. So that bell in the beginning, let me see if I can make this bigger. That bell in the beginning is also a pattern interrupt, right? So you can use noise to do a pattern interrupt as well. All right, getting back to what a video pacifier is. So the video pacifier in this example is I am talking, right? So I am talking. Most people are going to just scroll through that. If it was literally just a video of me talking, those are probably my lowest viewed videos when it's just me sitting in front of the camera talking to the screen. It's boring as shit, let's be honest, right? So what did we do? We added this little thing on the bottom here of this woman pulling a sled because this is interesting, right? People want to watch this as I'm talking. It's a pacifier. It gets people to stay on the video longer than they normally would. Let's see it in real time.
Yeah, so I actually get this question all the time. Do you need a certification before you start your online fitness coaching business? The honest answer is no.
Okay, so this is actually one of my top performing ads, but you guys can do this shit in your organic content as well. All right, let me give you another example. So the previous example I showed you was we took a clip from another video and added it to my video, but you don't always have to take clips from other videos and add them to your video. It can also be you physically doing something as you are talking. So this is kind of a stupid example, but I'm just trying to drive the point home, but let's check this out.
In this video, I'm going to talk about video pacifiers. So video pacifiers are exactly what I'm doing right now. As you are talking, there is something else that is going on in the frame, like me stacking these orange things right here. All right. And what this does is this keeps your attention longer on the video. So when you guys are creating content, think of video pacifiers that you could do, things you could do with your hands as you're talking so you can keep your audience's attention.
That's a perfect example. All right. Other ways that people do that. So I've showed you guys external videos that people use. I've showed you a silly version of me doing something with my hands as I'm talking. Other things that you guys probably see people do is and this is a very simple version, but they will walk in their content. So they will walk as they talk, right? Or they'll have somebody filming them from the side as they are walking. So it gives them the illusion that they are walking together as they are having this conversation, right? Or I've seen a lot of people like the get ready with me, right? Get ready with me videos, or people are they're doing their makeup as they are talking, right? That's another example of a video pacifier. Another example, I've seen a lot of people do content where they're literally doing the dishes or they're cleaning something, or maybe they're folding laundry as they are talking, right? It's doing something else while you are talking to hold the audience's attention. All right. I've been doing a lot of talking myself. Do you guys have any questions on pattern interrupts, video pacifiers, anything so far?
Is that like the example with the, I think it's like I don't know if it's a green screen or whatever, of the car backing up and somebody like standing there and it looks like it's going to run over them? Is that like kind of the same kind of thing?
Absolutely. Yep. And that could be used in many different ways. That could be a pattern interrupt. If that happens in like 2 or 3 seconds.
I saw that on somebody's page the other day. I was like, oh yeah, I remember you talking about it, or somebody was talking about it.
Yep, that could be a pattern interrupt if it's quick. If it takes like 30 seconds for the car to back up, that would be more of a video pacifier. But yeah, that's a great example.
Cool.
Amanda, you got a question? I think you privately DM'd me here on the chat.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you finding the clip
That's a
to
great
use?
question. I can ask my media buyer, the person who does that, and see where he gets them.
Okay.
And then I can drop it. Where would be the best place for me to drop that answer for you?
It doesn't matter. Either I guess WhatsApp or like Kajabi is fine. Either one.
Beautiful.
So sorry, I have another question. So since you send your media buyer, are they not free? Like, are you not getting them off of a template or?
I'm sure there's some free versions out there.
Okay.
I also know, sorry, I'm trying to get I ran out of notebook paper, so I'm trying to get a post-it note. Okay. There is a website where if you take a video off the internet, all you need is the link. Paste the link in this website, which I can find that for you as well. And then you can download the hard video onto your camera, and then you can trim it yourself.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I can send that as well.
Yeah, because some people when they post things, you can't steal it because they don't give you like, how you post it and you can't take it. So that would be really helpful. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Of course. All right, any other questions on video pacifiers, pattern interrupts, anything like that? Good. We all have a full understanding of what those are. Beautiful. I love that. I love that. All right, let's keep rocking and rolling then. Okay, so we're gonna start building out some hooks. Remember, I said hooks are what you do, but they're also what you say. All right, that's honestly the most important part is what you say. So I got a crap ton of hooks here. Unfortunately, I cannot provide this resource for you, but I have 128 hooks here. The reason I can't is because somebody that I pay has provided me this. So you guys are getting some secret insider information. However, we do have a ton of time. So we have 30 minutes. My goal is everybody has 10 hooks by the end of this call. So let's go ahead and rock and roll on this bad boy. All right, basically what I'm going to do is, well, actually, let me give you guys 30 seconds. Does everybody have paper and pen here? Oh man, you guys are already prepared. That's beautiful. That's great. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomly select a hook. I'll give you an example what that hook looks like, and then you're going to make it your own. So I'll give you a couple of minutes. You'll make it your own. I'll have a couple of people share. I'll give some feedback, and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, let's go ahead and pick one. All right, this one looks good. So I tried everything, hack, tip, trick, so you don't have to. All right, here's an example. I tried every productivity hack, so you don't have to. All right, let's go ahead and create one for yourself. So once again, it's something you have tried, a hack, tip, or trick, so other people don't have to. I'll give you guys a couple seconds, a couple minutes, come up with your own. And then, yeah, let's make this collaborative. So I don't like any raising of hands. Just whenever you have one, blurt it out and let's chat about it. And if you're stuck and need help, let me know.
Yeah, for some reason I'm just like drawing a blank.
Yeah, I mean, not for some reason. This takes time. It takes thought. All right, I tried every hack, tip, trick, so you don't have to. So let's go ahead. What is the desired result of your ideal client?
Fat loss.
Okay,
Or
fat
body
loss.
recomp.
Body recomp. All right, beautiful. How did they describe it?
What do you mean?
Did they come to you and say, hey, I want to recomp my body?
No, they'll usually say like build muscle, lose weight, or just lose weight.
Okay, cool. What's the primary one or most common one?
Lose weight.
Lose weight. Okay. So, I mean, keep it simple. I've tried every weight loss hack so you don't have to.
Okay. I think I was overcomplicating it.
That's okay. We tend to do that, don't we?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. Who has one they would like to share?
I'll go.
Let's do it, Andrew.
I tried every meal prepping hack so you don't have to.
Boom. There we go. That's a solid one. That's a solid one. Who's got another one?
I can go. I have tried everything for menopause symptoms so you don't have to.
I've tried everything for menopause symptoms so you don't have to. Solid. I love it.
And from there, I could start enumerating everything that I went through.
Yeah. No, I love that. I think that's great. I'm going to give you guys, I forgot to mention this. When you're creating your content, so basically, not only am I helping you guys build out hooks right now, I'm also trying to help you guys create a process for content creation. You should spend 80% of your time building out the hook. This is the thing that matters the most, right? Everything should, and also once you have the hook, everything should flow after that, right? A lot of times you guys have, or not you guys specifically, but we collectively as content creators have like writer's block, right? We're like, what the hell do we say? But if you can just come up with the hook, the first sentence, I promise you everything's going to flow right after that. All right. So when you guys are coming up with your content idea, just focus. Don't think like, oh shit, I got to come up with the whole entire thing I'm going to say. No, just come up with the hook. And then once you come up with the hook, everything should flow after that. Elena, that was a great one. All right. Who's got my third one? Don't be shy, y'all. Don't be shy. The more you participate, the more success you will have.
I've tried everything to create a healthy routine with my family so that you don't have to.
I've tried everything to come up with a healthy routine for my family so you don't have to. All right, I like that. Where my mind goes is let's make it shorter, but I'm trying to.
I know. I don't know how to compress it.
Yeah,
I thought about like exercise routine, but I kind of want to gear it towards like with family because I feel like, or with my kids.
No, I like that. I think we should definitely keep it with your kids. Let's work on this together, y'all. How can we make this shorter?
Balanced family life.
All right, let's put it all together. I tried every. Sorry, who said balanced family life?
It was me. I can't do this.
Who's
right
that?
now.
Stephanie?
Yeah, it's me. Hi.
Okay, great. Hi. Sorry. I have to like scroll across to find people. All right, let's put that all together. So you said I tried every
routine is what she had said before.
Sorry, I'm lost. Wait, I thought I said balance.
The long one was every healthy family routine so you don't have to. So you can change it to be something along a healthy, balanced family life. It's still not that short. Family life is kind of long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How about are you talking specifically about your kids?
Yes.
Okay. I've tried every.
What about every parent hack or something?
I was gonna say every busy mom hack.
Every busy mom hack.
Busy mom hack. Okay.
I've tried everything to make my kids healthy. You could just be straight up and simple like that, so you don't have to. Yeah, I think that's good. I've tried everything to help my kids be healthy, so you don't have to. Yeah, I like that. Or busy mom hack or anything like that.
I've tried everything to be a fit mom so that you don't have to.
Yep, that's a good one as well. There's somebody trying to join the waiting room that I do not recognize their names, so bear with me, y'all. I want to make sure this is a client. Okay. Yes, it is a client. Okay, cool. All right, let's do another one. So everyone's got one for hook number 1. Beautiful. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and pick another one for hook number 2. Like I said, the goal is 10. Ooh, I like this one. Ever ask yourself why pain point? Let me give you an example. Ever ask yourself why some investors consistently outperform the market while others struggle to make gains? Obviously, we got to make this fitness related. Let me see if I can come up with a fitness one off the top of my head. I mean, a really simple one. Ever ask yourself why some people can lose weight while others struggle? For this one, think of the pain point of your ideal client. What is the pain point of your ideal client?
I got one.
All right, Miranda, you did not have writer's block on that one.
No. So ever ask yourself why you hate the way you look in your clothes?
While, oh, okay. Well, the while is only for the example. We don't need the while. Yeah, that works. Ever ask yourself why you hate the way you look in your clothes? That works. And that is a pain point. I love that. That's good. Who else has one? And Miranda, thank you for always participating.
Sorry, I know I talk a lot, but that's how I am.
Please don't be sorry. That's good.
I got another one. Ever ask yourself why you aren't seeing gains?
Ever ask yourself why you are not seeing gains? Define gains.
Muscle hypertrophy.
Okay. Ever ask yourself why you're not building muscle? Let's do that. A little more specific. Man, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. Let's get one more.
Ever ask yourself why you can't make time for yourself?
It's a good one. It's a good one. Time for yourself, though. We can even get more specific there, too, because time for yourself can mean going to take a bubble bath.
Which is also lovely.
Yeah, for sure. In the context of your ideal client, time for yourself to do what?
Exercise.
Cool. Ever ask yourself why you don't have time to exercise? How can we make that better? Ever ask yourself why you never seem to have time to exercise? Anybody else want to go for this one?
I'd love to share mine if you guys can give me your input.
Do it, John.
Ever ask yourself why you continually struggle with your mental health?
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Cool.
Anybody else want to share this for this one? Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. So we got two down, 8 to go. I better pick some good ones. Okay, I like this one. Something related to your niche. So challenging you guys here to have a full understanding of your ideal client is dead or are dead. All right. So agencies are dead. DM outreach is dead. These are business ones, right? Counting calories is dead, right? That's a fitness one. So for your ideal client, what is dead?
Keto is dead.
What'd you say?
Keto is dead.
Keto is dead. Oh no, those are fighting words for some people
I
on this
know.
call.
I feel very passionate about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
Too much protein is dead. There's
Too
not
much,
there's no such a thing.
too much protein. Over consuming protein. How can we make that better? Too much protein.
Over consuming protein is dead.
Yeah, over consuming
No,
protein.
I don't know how to put it. But you
I
you
wonder-
know what I mean, that before everybody was saying that eating too much protein was going to damage your liver or your kidneys.
I wonder if you just said this would be more, to me, this would be very attractive. Protein is dead. And then you can go on to make your point. But to me, that would be like, huh, what does she mean by that? And
Okay.
make me want to watch.
I wonder if you could say being scared of eating too much protein or something like that.
Being scared. Being scared to eating too much protein is dead. Well, that would be for the person who is afraid to eat. Okay, so that might be an opposite effect, right? Because Elena, I think Elena's talking about
Yeah, that I
Mm,
people my age, they don't have the knowledge that some, like younger people. So there's still a lot of women that think that if you eat too much protein, it's not going to be healthy for you.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
okay.
So that would
I was
work.
thinking of it the opposite way. I was thinking it of like the gym bros who are like pounding down protein and like it's having
No, my
Okay.
issue is that women my age, as a matter of fact, my hairdresser this morning was telling me how she struggles with 120 grams of protein a day. And I'm like, woman, I'm at 160.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So they're not eating. This is for people who are
Yeah.
not eating.
It's very hard for them and not also hard, but they think that it's gonna be harmful.
Okay. All right, let's think more on this one then. What did you say, Mylan?
Oh, I just said something to the effect of being afraid of eating too much protein is dead, but I don't know, some way of wording that better.
Like fearing protein is dead.
Fear. I was gonna say fear. Yeah. Fear of eating protein is dead.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's get another one.
This one's hard, but I kind of want to do something along the lines of women and being too muscular.
Well, that's a good
Bulky women. Bulky women are dead.
Bulky women is good.
Well, you wanna help people. You're trying
Getting
to
bulky from lifting weights is bad.
yeah. Now I'm trying to think of the wording for this one.
Big dumbbells are dead.
I want
I
to
mean,
say
how
cardio for
controversial do
weight
you want to
loss
be?
is dead.
Yeah, how controversial do you want to be? Because you can say like being a cardio bunny is dead.
That's what I was in. Cardio for weight loss is dead.
Yeah, you can be if you want to get controversial, that gets views. Being a cardio bunny is dead. Something along that lines. The runway model look is dead. That could be a good one. That's the direction I would go, but I'm pretty comfortable being controversial.
Maybe not eating carbs is dead.
Not eating carbs.
Something like
Or avoiding carbs or cutting carbs.
Yeah, cutting carbs is dead.
cutting carbs, yeah.
The fear of carbs is dead. Avoiding carbs, cutting carbs. Yep, I like avoiding and cutting. I like avoiding the best. Man, okay, this got you guys talking. You guys liked that one. All right, that's number 3. Let's get another one here. Okay, it's a good one. This is why your action isn't working. Example, this is why your TikTok strategy isn't working. This would be, all right, so I'm gonna fill in the blank for you very easily. What is your ideal client doing that is maybe a myth that isn't getting them results? Or it could be something that your ideal client tries. Like every time you get on a sales call and you ask them, what have you tried? It's like you always hear the same stuff.
Maybe this is why your fad diet isn't working.
Which fad diet?
Like they've tried Weight Watchers or the 2030, I think it was called 2030, or like just all the different fads that come up, and that one oh, I can't think of it now. It's like you went in and got injections and then they give you a strict meal plan and that kind of thing. Like, would it be
Jeez.
better to specifically stick those?
What? Sorry, did someone else say something?
Ozepic. Is that the incision that you're talking? They give you an injection, Ozepic?
No, I think it was like Lindora or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. It was one that people went to, got an injection, and then like went home and ate differently.
Huh? Interesting. Sounds scary. So, what I'm trying to tell you, Melissa, is the more you can speak to the person, the better. So fad diet, very general term, try to find the specific one. Be a sniper, not a shotgun. Okay. Who else has one? This is why your action isn't working.
This is why your clean eating isn't working. They
Clean
go on to
eating.
talk about how like you need to be tracking XYZ. You're just eating clean or whatever.
Okay. When you talk to potential clients, what does that diet make up of? Chicken broccoli, for example?
Yep. Chicken rice, chicken broccoli. I eat fish and nothing else. I cut out all my sweets.
Sniper, not a shotgun. I would say that. I would say this is why your chicken and broccoli diet isn't working.
Okay.
Or whatever you hear. Let's get one more. Time's going by very quickly.
What
10
about
minutes.
what about this is why your routine isn't working? Or is that too general?
Kind of general. Routine for what?
My clients all struggle with mental health, so specifically bipolar disorder. So this is why your routine managing bipolar disorder isn't working.
This is why your bipolar disorder management routine isn't working.
Cool. Thanks. Okay.
Yep. Or you can say if you don't want to be targeted to just bipolar, which I think you are,
Yeah.
you can also say mental health routine. If you
Okay.
wanted to go more general. But if you want to be targeted to bipolar, then I would say it.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
Of course. All right. I gotta hold myself accountable, so I'm gonna move quicker. Was that 3 or 4? That was 4? Okay. All right, we got 6 more. All right. Okay. This will get you guys talking. Don't hate me, but hard truth. Example. Don't hate me, but here's the hard truth about success.
Don't hate me, but you're not really tracking everything you eat.
Boom. There we go.
Don't hate me, but I think you can lift heavier.
I like that. That's a good one. Surprised you guys aren't more chatty Cathy on this one.
I want to say something like, don't hate me, but Pilates alone won't have you gaining muscle, the muscle that
Won't
you
get
need,
you
or something
snatched.
like that.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly said. Don't hate me, but your Pilates classes aren't going to get you whatever word they would use, toned, yeah, snatched, whatever
Nothing,
term.
nothing against Pilates. I love it, but
Yeah, no. Yeah. I feel like every girl has a Pilates routine now.
Don't hate me, but there isn't such a thing as being toned.
There you go. There you go. There we go. Now all the fighting words are coming out.
Along those same lines, you could do something along don't hate me, but you'll never have your ideal body because it's constantly changing, growing, evolving.
That's really good. I like that one a lot. Don't hate me, but you'll never have your dream physique. Ooh, that's good. Who said that?
Me, Stephanie.
Nice. That was good, Stephanie. Good work.
Is
All
that
right.
like, don't hate me, but you don't have to starve yourself?
Yeah, that's a good one too. All right, that was 5. Yes, that was 5. Okay. Oh boy. We're not gonna get 10, y'all. Sorry, but we're gonna get a good amount. Okay, I like this one. What happens when we desired results? Example would be, what happens when we achieve financial freedom? Desired result would be for your ideal client.
What happens after you lose the 20 pounds?
What happens when we achieve financial freedom? What happens when you lose the 20 pounds? What would you say after that? Sorry.
Something about having continuous goals, I guess. I don't know. That was
Okay. Yeah, I think there's multiple different angles to go. Like, I think for this one, right, what happens when we desired result? In this example, what happens when we achieve financial freedom? If I was then creating that piece of content, I would probably start painting the vision of like what life is like when you achieve financial freedom. But I like your angle as well. Your angle is almost, it sounds like you're saying like the work's not done yet, which I think is a totally fine angle as well. And I think there's multiple different interpretations. How I interpreted this one is you would then communicate what it feels like to have achieved that, right? Like for financial freedom, now you don't have to worry about bills. Now you can take that trip you've always wanted to take. For weight loss, it's like now you don't have to worry about taking your shirt off at the beach. Now you can go and play backyard football with your friends when before you were afraid to do so, right? Like I think that's the goal of this one.
Is it kind of like what the desired result looks like? Like
Yeah,
what
it
weight loss
like
looks like, essentially.
well, yeah, what it looks like to have achieved it.
Okay.
Because your people, the people we're talking to have yet to achieve it. So you're painting the dream outcome.
Got it.
Who else?
Can't you still do that if you say, what happens when when we lose the 50 pounds, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna feel good in your clothing, like that kind of thing, like you can
Yeah.
continue that track?
Yeah, you can, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, like I said, there's multiple different angles, but you're saying like, all right, you've lost the 50 pounds, but now you're taking the angle of creating a new goal. Is that right?
Well, that is like if that's like one of their main goals, like I want to drop 50 pounds, like that's a goal of theirs.
But then you're saying what you would say after that is achieving the next goal, right?
We can, yeah.
Sorry, start from the top. I think I misunderstood you.
So what happens when we drop those 50 pounds and you tell them or you say you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna feel better, you're gonna look better in your clothes, you're gonna, like they haven't gotten there yet, but when they do, that's how they're gonna feel.
Yeah, that's what I think that this piece of content is trying to get at, is highlighting all the benefits of that, what life would look like. They lose 50 pounds and now they can actually play with their kids in the backyard, right? Like painting the dream vision, which requires you as the content creator, it requires you to know the desired result beyond losing the 50 pounds, right? Like, why does your ideal client want to lose the 50 pounds? What do you guys hear? Your sales calls are your money makers. Even if you don't close a deal, you're getting value from your sales calls because you're learning exactly what your ideal client wants. And all of that is powerful in content. All right, that was 6. Let's get another one in here. I like this one. Why 99% of your target audience won't related to niche. Example, why 99% of marketers won't make content consistently. Why 99% of moms won't go to the gym, right? That's an example. Hold on, y'all. I have a very important phone call. Just 1 second. Never mind. False alarm. I'm waiting on a call. I bought a new phone and I forgot my Apple ID and I can't actually use the phone until I have it. So I'm waiting on Apple to call me and they have yet to call me. All right. Well, let's get any examples on this one. Why 99% of target audience won't related to niche. It's a little bit of a harder one.
Can we change the won't to can't?
Sure, let's hear it.
Why 99% of men 40 plus can't lose weight?
I think we can still say won't.
Won't, yeah. Is that better?
Yeah, it's different. I like different. Because I feel like a lot of other content creators will say can't.
Got it.
Oh, yeah. I kind of like won't. It's a little bit different. What else you guys got?
Why 99% of women won't prioritize their health.
It's good as well. Very, very good. You guys are crushing it. Who's going to bring our last one home today?
Why 99% of women won't lift weights?
Yeah, there we go. That's a perfect one. All right. I told you guys that you're not going to be able to access this resource, but I'm going to let you guys take pictures of this really quick. Okay. Does everybody have the ability to take pictures of this stuff? Some of you probably like, oh, Chad, I already did. All right. It's like a couple of different pages, so I'll do a countdown for you guys. Everybody ready to take the first picture? All right, 3, 2, 1, snap your picture. All right, I'm scrolling down. All right, next section, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, last section. 3, 2, 1. And there's even more. It's like a Russian doll. All right, 3, 2, 1. Jeez. All right, here's the next page. 3, 2, 1. And the very last is from like here to here. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Everybody got all this?
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I think there's 128 in there. All right, squad. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully this was helpful. I will see you guys in the next one.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace out.